are getting loud. I wanna stay, but I can't help from walking out. Let's throw it away. Just take my hand and understand. If you could see, I never planned to be a man. It just wasn't me. But now I'm searching for commitment and other arms. I wanna shelter you from harm. Don't be alarmed. Your attitude was the cause. You got me stressing. Soon as I open up the door with your jealous questions. Like where can I be? You're killing me with your jealousy. Now my ambitions to be free, I can't breathe. Cause soon as I leave, it's like I try. I hear you calling me to come back.
Listen to your heart when he's calling for you. Listen to your heart. There's nothing else you can do.
Alright team, hopefully we're back and rocking and rolling. Let me know if everyone's got everything refreshed. It's a little better now. Hopefully everything should be much smoother, much better right now. So let me know that you're back, got the new stream going. Listen to sweet Tupac. Man, just his voice. Man, I love this dude. I love Pac. Definitely one of my favorites. All right, team. So, honestly, D-Wack there at 25 was a good short. You know, me up tops, I'd be careful with alerting that up move, or shorting, I should say, up toward the tops. But the other good short on D-Wack here, depends on what time frame you have it in. You want a 3, you want a 5. It's got this overextended trend line that it literally just bounced off of. So right there, boom. See this right here, team? That's not going to hold. So we cracked 24 in this trend line. Watch for a good pullback, and it could come all the way down to 23, right? So this is the real true support I see on D-Wack Atronius. I haven't said that one in a while, but D-Wack right here. D-Wack trying to make a comeback. R-Dub, super buddy. Nice. I'm glad you're back. Awesome. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Yeah, just making sure everyone's back and rocking and rolling here. Good to go now? All right, we're back. We're back and we're rolling. Tupac holding. Oh, hooty hoo! I told you, man. Hooty hoo! I told G Calante. I didn't see. I don't know what you just say there, but I did see you alerted. Told you I had more. You should just short this thing if there's shorts available. But yeah, this is kind of a dump fest for sure. D Sarley shorted GCT this morning and in the green. GCT, where do we short next? I just went over this, D Sarley. That is so funny, D Sarley. That is so crazy. Rewind the stream about 7 minutes and 27. Ah, damn, that stream's not up anymore. Son of a gun. All right, so I'll go over this again. We just literally went over this a few minutes ago. Love Chip asked about this. This is one of those stocks. It's kind of a weird anomaly you're going to see every once in a while where it's got two trend lines. It's got the upper trend line, and you can totally tell this is the true trend line right here, 100%. And this is the bottom support, kind of like the safe zone trend line that you don't want to short the top trend line. If you want to, but it's risky because this is your bottom support here. It's when this cracks that you know you're safe. And there's also a shelf building in right now. So I would go with this trend underneath as of this point, 676, 675, 677, which number you like the best, you choose. Then you're good down to the 660. But this is the main thing. You've got to watch out for this little shelf right around 667, 670. It's tough. It's tough in my opinion until we get through 660 in the VWAP. Then you know you're good to at least 650. So it's, to me, you have to be a little careful with this because of all those support zones. Now maybe yes, you fly through them all, baby boy. And even Love Chip. But again, the true first area, in my opinion, is going to be below this trend line in this shelf. Watch out for 655, 670, 655. Watch out for 660. Watch out for 650. Then you're going to start seeing some movement down, and from there. Does that make sense, baby boy? Hold on. D. Sarley. You just said also Tupac's Me Against the World, one of my favorite albums of all time. You got to be kidding me. Like, what? No way. I love, yeah, that's awesome, though. So, man, that's sweet. He's definitely one of my, yeah. I love, obviously, Biggie, too. Biggie's great. Eminem just runs circles around anyone. I mean, Lupe Fiasco, there's a few these days that have some pretty good lyrics. Lupe Fiasco is redonkulously good. But, like, it's not like it used to be, in my opinion. A lot of people aren't telling stories anymore like they used to. Used to people were telling stories about what they went through, and you could relate to it. Nothing hard to relate to. Crystal women there for a while, especially when rap just turned to like Cristal bottles, popping champagne, look at my cars I'm driving in. I'm like, this ain't rap. What is this? No one's living this life. And you guys are living it for a minute, but you're about to be broke. You better have fun living this life, because about 7 years and 4 months and 3 days from now, you're going to be filing for bankruptcy and go, damn, what did I just spend $100 million? I'm like, how did you spend $100 million at? How did you even have $100 million too, by the way? What else were you doing? See, I grabbed a $7. There you go, $7 short. There you go, Chef Boy, love it. BE8, beautiful short. You know, I love when I hear that. G. Calante, I shorted this kind of dead cat bounce, and I got... Oh, that's hilarious. G. Calante, right? You're like, what gives? D-Solid, love it. It is a little shame how underappreciated Eminem is today. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, trust me, I know. Like I said, I would just like back when I told you, like I said, just give them a mic and let's see who can run circles around who, right? So essentially, in my opinion, like I was saying, D-Wack, we're having D-Wack and GCT could be, you know, like as in, you know, Chappelle and Key and Peele. So I mean, I would watch Key and Peele will be great. They'll hold up for a little bit. Chappelle's just gonna run. He'll be still going 45 minutes. Key and Peele like just stop already, you know. Give a mic to any lyricist, like, you know, essentially musician out there. M's gonna run circles around and just continue to run circles around, and he just will continue to think of stuff. Like anything you just said, he's then gonna somehow turn that again. It's just, you know, like, you know, yeah, it is what it is. I don't care. People like whatever they like these days. World we live in anymore. And Slugger, and I know you joked a little bit ago. I did miss this though. Yes, if you want to start, you can. Yeah, if you ever want to start, man, you can start anytime you want to. When you go to book those sessions, I'm pretty sure you can book them by the 15 minute. I'm 100% positive. So I don't think it's just by the 30 minutes. So you can go in there and book it at, say, 9:15 my time, and that's what it'll say on there. It's somewhere on the calendar. I know, like when you go to book, a lot of people miss it. It's my time, you know, because it's set in Dallas where I'm at. You know, I may be able to set it in Eastern time zone. But it's set in my time zone, so everyone thinks it's Eastern. But know that when you set it, and it'll be on there, and even when you get the email, it'll say Central Standard Time Zone. A lot of people just kind of miss that. I think it's Eastern. But yeah, we could start 45 minutes after the bell, man. We 100% can start 45 minutes after the opening bell. I'm up for whatever you guys want to help you out. It's not about me. It's more about you. You know, I want to make sure you guys get the best out of it. You know, I get out of it whatever time we do it, right? I love doing it. I know every time I do them, I get even better as a trader. D-Wack, here's that trend line crack I talked about. Again, if you get under 24, this is to see this little small support area right here from earlier. This is really going to start dumping back. I don't think there's anything really even out from pre-market. I don't have to go back to Think or Swim, but of course that was just a dump back. So underneath 24 right here, team, this is going to see, and it's really just a hair below at about 23.9. This will see some more PB, no J. PB, no J. Put the trend line in right here. That's just a downtrend line in, downtrend line. Put this in as well. There's your down. Put your lines in and trade them, team. It's just very simple. And you go back to the SPY. Makes it very easy to trade overall, really 100%. You know, whether you're 3-minute time frame, 5, I like that as well. But, you know, your trend line crack. I mean, multiple trend line cracks. There's a trend line crack if you wanted to just small. I mean, days the SPY runs more, you're going to get, you know, probably $1.50 out of this some days versus just what, you know, not even $1. Close to $1, I guess maybe you got out of that. But the overall, you know, just put your lines in and trade them. Let this build up a little bit longer. I wouldn't say it's there right now, but even this micro. So you're going to get micro trend cracks, micro trend, but then you let a macro trend build up, and you're going to get more movement. So, okay, we have a starter, we have a setter, right? So let's come in here now. Okay, well, let's see if this bounces again. You know, if it cracks it now, I may go take a stab at it, but I know this is the true area right here. I'm going to come in and put the support area. I know these all look like resistance, but there's support below. And then right here, you know, if the trend line you crack below this 376.75 mark, you're going to dump down most likely somewhere into this shelving area of around 376.40. You know, you crack that, you're heading down to 376 in this low of day touch again. Just real simple. Just put your lines in with the SPY for the most part, team. I mean, if I'm 85% been doing it to stocks that aren't that technically sound, which would be small cap world to mid cap world. Now, of course, I'm usually trying to find the most technically sound ones in those, right? Yeah, that's 85% with some of the stocks that you generally may not be technically sound. Yeah, imagine the SPY, you know, how well that's going to help you out. You on, you're good. You're good. Let's aim it to nice. There you go, baby. I don't like you guys are just attacking stocks that we're not even looking at. Beautiful short, though. AFMD. That is kind of moved up a little bit nice. It is not hitting my board. Must be a little bit bigger float overall. But yeah, nice little, there's a shelf crack right here. Beautiful shelf, right around the 240 mark on the way down. I still have some movement down in this, honestly, though. Yuko Allen, 230-ish mark, guys. Anyone that's interested, this 233-ish VWAP area down to about 225 and down to 220. Now, I'm not saying there's a ton of room left, but there still is. You know, if say you miss 5, that's fine. You still could get 10 to 15 out of this easily, in my opinion. What else are we looking at? Oh, no, and I did see it. No, you're good. And please do that when I say it. I'm like, if I miss it, please re-put it out there. Sorry, my bad, Run on the Banks. And I missed this. See, I missed Run on the Banks. And Run on the Banks, my bad, baby boy. ARQQ, can't find any recent news. No, there's no reason why. That's what I looked at this earlier, too. Remember, I was kind of mentioning, like, with DWAC. I was like, there's no reason DWAC's up, right? And there wasn't. Except for Trump might be running, but that's not a legitimate PR. ARQQ, same thing. There's no legitimate. There's nothing. There's nothing since October was the last time anything was released on ARQQ. In my opinion, and we see these a lot this year, Run on the Banks, right here. This multi-day running movement where you get the squeeze setup, right? Where we pull up in a flag, so boom, and when I say pull up, we have a flag, we pull up and we consolidate out to the right and build this channel. And it's one way or the other. You know, I'm like, hey, and that's why I tell traders, don't get in the middle of the channel. Just wait for the channel to break or crack. There's no point to be in the middle of the chop. There just isn't. Wait for the chop to, you know, essentially work itself out, and you're going to get a break where you're going to get a crack back down. Crack back down wouldn't have been as profitable, but still would have been, you know, $4. Could crack this low and continue to go. You know, of course, high is more profitable. As you can see, there's more room to run up in this ticker as we're far down the right-hand corner. So that squeeze setup. So we, you know, boom, we squeeze out of it, right? And we're moving over resistance areas out to the left. And then, especially when we squeeze over that 50-day moving average, you know, bada boom, bada bing. Really now has room up to the 875 roll old resistance here from back in September. And we have the 200-day at that same area. So this really has multi-day movement now. And one to keep on watch is ARQQ2, possibly that 875 roll. Makes sense there, Run on the Banks? And sorry, Mr. And again, you can always be like, hey, idiot. Hey, AK, you talk so damn fast. Why don't you talk about this one already? Rum as well for a short. Yeah, I would go with, man, there's that trend line probably right there, isn't there? Rumble likes to take a tumble. I will say that team when it cracks. Not a bad option. Possibly right here, Rich Green. Anyone else interested? I'll mark this as purple now. It just tumbled right down to it. We did a little small shelf crack there at 13. You can tell, I'll put the, you know, boom, there's our crosshairs back up. You can see the shelf crack back to the VWAP. And what? The trend line seam. Crack that trend line. We could easily test low of day and really start tumbling down. SPY dip by King. Let's go. The King team. Is it King team or Kingdom? Which one is it? Is it King team or Kingdom? I don't know, either way. I like it. King. Like the picture too. Love me some palm trees. Dip buy. Honestly, man, I'd go low of day. I think we're gonna get a triple touch at the bottom, like we got a triple touch in market at top. 1, 2, 3 touch. 1, 2. I easily would go down below here and go 376, 375 for my call contract. This is where I would go. So far, my short is working out. Any trader that wanted the short, there you go. Here you go. Trendline crack, shelf crack, rat. You get on down probably overall in the end. If we fail right here, what was once support should be resistance now, 376.75-ish. Should see a pullback down to around the 376.25 area. And again, what's on a 3, at least a 5-minute time frame as of right now. I know this would scare a lot of traders, but let this fail. Let this actually close and open above, not go right here and go, oh, it's above, I'm out. You look back in 20 seconds, it's an upper shadow, and it's back down to 376.70. DWAC did not overall team crack the 90 MA in the $24 area, moving its way back up out of the downtrend break. I will leave this is why I have this in to see exactly if we move back up. And double top, right into this area, be a good short op. So another one, double top into this 25, call it 25, 35-ish area team. If you're looking for another good short op on DWAC, not a bad opportunity right here coming up here as we move up. Is it still? Let's see here. Oh, it's hard to borrow, huh? I thought on Thinkorswim maybe it'd be easy to borrow. If there's something easy to borrow on Thinkorswim, that'll be the deal for the day. If I find something easy to borrow on Thinkorswim to short, we will short it. I will definitely go for a short NATO today if I can find something easy to borrow. Penny, or yeah, dude, you know me. I love short and penny stocks, dude. There's always traps to short. Slugger, like it. Keep doing the studying team. Kingdom, you got it. That was perfect timing. Sorry, see, there you go. Kindly, that was right, perfect timing. I saw you that you alerted that. So sorry, boss. Trying to catch back up, and now have caught back up. See here, what did I talk about? What did I just talk about? Right, Exactly what I'd say. Look for a short overall. If you don't want to do a put or short, you just want to wait for this to pull back. Just wait for it to pull back. Wait for your trade to come to you. And I had a feeling you would I knew you'd show your face there and form that upper shadow. Again, I have a feeling this comes down to the 376, 35-ish area. Overall, if you were in short, that's where I'd start taking my again, we don't have much movement today. There's just not a lot, so take what you get. That's why a lot of traders, I'm sure they've figured this out. They've gone over to SPX because it's more volatile. You can make some more money with it. And I don't understand why this has now done this recently and is not pulling back. It's not pulling up. It used to when you put the dollar sign in front of it. I have no idea why it's not. It shows like it wants to. It just is not showing the charting. But SPX, I'll put it over here then. You can't beat Think or Swim. You can see even today. That's why I wanted to go over to it. Today, even on SPX, it's the same thing. Now you're getting some more movement, yes, right? But we're not getting the crazy movement. I mean, look at Friday's movement. I mean, we went from, we'll just call it 3,800 down to 3,700 almost. That's 100. That's 90 points, team. 80, 90 points right there. That's a lot. And again, if you ever hear points, that's sometimes we just consider dollars instead of points. When you get up to those higher blue chip type plays, they'll just call them points instead of dollars. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find. I always say if you win we'll find out this coming week. You know, Razorbacks. You know, came out of their bye week, looked great against, pretty good against Auburn. Then I had a feeling they were going to over for whatever reason. I don't know how, because they're ranked and they have Hugh Freeze, and pay Liberty on homecoming to come in and beat you on homecoming. You know, that's why that's why I'd never over. And I thought, you know, Pittman, Sam, our head coach for the Razorbacks, would have them prepared. That's why I love Musselman. He definitely, to me, is obviously a better head coach. I mean, Pittman will get there, but that's why I'm glad, and hopefully we don't lose him. But the Razorbacks basketball head coach is bar none, probably, I guarantee you right now, you look in about 10 years from now, he'll be, if he's still at the wherever he's at, but he'll be considered a top, if he's still in college basketball, he'll be a top 5 coach in the next 5-10 years. Our coach, you know, Eric Musselman. Coached everyone that talks about him because he couldn't coach. He's coached in the NBA. He's coached all over. Ridiculously. Get your team. He does not. There's been very few times where I'm like, why did we lose this game? Texas A&M earlier this year with the Razorbacks, and again, so that's 2 red flags in 1 year. I'm going, we should not have lost to A&M and the way we did, and then how do you lose to Liberty at home on homecoming, right? So that's why I was even back to the stock market, just learn from that kind of stuff. Prepare yourself, right? The more you prepare yourself, the better you will have, or the better your outcome generally is going to be. Even to this, though, which I maybe get to over time, take a look at the SPX and this beautiful trend line crack. Of course, it's going to be the same time, I'm sure, right? You know, the running together, the same thing. Hello, you know, just put your lines in and trade them. This is very simple stuff. I know a lot of traders just want to overcomplicate the process. I really don't understand why, but they do. And you really just can put your lines in with a lot of these tickers or even indices or whatever you want to trade and trade them. You know, right here, even with this last trend line crack with SPX, put your lines in and trade them, team. It really makes your trading journey will become a lot easier. Let's see here. What do you think about LF? Or let's see, lift. Let's go back to lift. I thought, did you spell it wrong? Was it L? I think is it this one? I think he meant LYFT, baby boy slugger with lift, I think is what you meant overall. And I don't know about earnings. Like, I honestly am not a big person that looks into earnings ahead of time. And I always say this, and I was right every time last week or whenever you looked at any of these trades. Trade the initial overall movement that you get. So at first you're kind of like, just say it closes right now, and all of a sudden it kind of spikes to 14.20, but then boom, like tough actin, tenactin. I mean, you wait for the big solid momentum movement, and it flies down. I forgot what it was last week. I mean, it just is just nasty, and you need to get in on that movement. For, you know, multiple times you'll get, and especially if this starts collapsing below, say, 1330, this has a lot of room to run down. That's when you'll get your initial movement. That's what I always say with earnings reports. It's that initial movement. So find the movement, get in the movement, just be a scalper and go boom, boom. Here's, you know, the chunk I got of the pie, if that makes sense. Let's see, dang cat caused me to miss. Let's see, Veru, y'all. I know y'all just talked about Veru. What do we got here on Veru? Oh, yeah. Look at all these. Look at. Oh, no way. Oh, God bless America, team. So I woke up this morning, too, by the way. I wish I would have taken a picture. The way my hair looked, it looked like an 80s haircut where it was kind of like, I don't know how they did it in the 80s. It was almost like it was like pushed up, but then it would be like cut to like right here, right? But I looked like Weekend at Bernie's. I literally looked like Weekend at Bernie's. I mean, all I had to do literally I should have just put some sunglasses on. I'm like, babe, who do I look like right now? And she couldn't really get it. I'm like, tell me I don't look like Weekend at Bernie's. Tell me I look just like Bernie. A young Bernie. Because I loved it. But look at this. Look at this. And I'm sorry, but look at this. These are old support resistance lines. They've been in all year. We've traded this all year. Look at the shelf crack. I didn't even look at this today. Look at the shelf crack to boom resistance again. Look at the resistance. Look at that. Look at right here. Look at the support. Team. Put your lines in and trade them. Like this, I haven't even looked at this in months. This is cracked off. Look at this. There's not one there. Okay, that's fine. But for the most part, like their money. I haven't looked at this in months. And look at this. Team, I love it. Sorry, that just blows my mind, right? Then of course low volume, ain't nothing there really overall. This is gorgeous, team. This is why I say put your lines in and trade them. This right here. It's right here. It's right here. Hopefully this is a prime example of why I tell you to put your lines in. Some a little over the top of Varus and Sigas of the world and the SPY, because you look at it like a million, especially the SPY, you may look at it daily. We looked at this almost daily, it seemed like, for a month. Love this. Team, love this. I'm telling you right now. Would you say it's too late to short Varu? No, you still got some room to come down on Varu. I'd wait for the next shelf crack, though. I'd wait for this next area that was built in earlier. You can tell, I mean, you come down a tad bit if you want to, right? But, I mean, that was, wow. Team. So pretty. VWAP to the shelf crack around 1440, 1435 shelf crack. Look at the eye and dock all over it. I mean, my cats are clean as can be. But you really want to eat after a cat? Probably not. Maybe not. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you're like me. You're like, I don't really care. I'm hungry right now. Just wait, right? Wait for the next opportunity. Or if this runs up really nicely with pretty good volume and it races back in and say 1550, right? Otherwise, just wait. But no, I think you can short it again. Let's see here. Gavals love it. Hogs shut them out in the center. Exactly. Yeah, Daryl, yeah, hey, yeah. I don't know. A little too late. Always a little too late right there. A little too late. Should have been doing that the whole game. That's why when we were favored, I almost for the first time, and I never take sporting bets team. When I saw the rate we were favored, the Razorbacks were favored by 14 over that team. I was like, nope, I would be taking liberty in these points right now, and man, I would have made some hella good money. But yeah, you imagine you did it in the first half, you do it 2 times in a row, maybe not shut them out, but allow like 10 points. That's to me, those are gonna be 2 different games. One close, and it was like we're gonna have a hell of a fight on our hand, or 2B. We should kick their ass, and maybe we'll get that spread, and we should win. Like say again, if we did that 2 halves in a row, win like 38-10, 38. I think a lot of people had us kind of kicking that ass, and we didn't see Bass. We were the ones going, yeah, wow. Let's see here. Anything else you guys want? Let's see, Fias, can you do some kind of lesson just on reading SPY? Yeah, we can even just go over that, this afternoon. Like, since there's nothing to do in this next hour, I'll definitely break down the SPY overall. 100%, boss. Make it easy. That'll be today's lesson, because I'm not going to look at it again, for sure. I'm not worried about trying to get any trades in. Hopefully, let's see. I think we're all caught up. Good, we're caught up. All right, cool. All right, team. Any questions you guys have? Hootie, as I figured, I talked about. Man, I told you, G. Calante, this would be the one to short. Just continue to short this team. This hit new low. Just hit 1605 new low day. It still has a little bit of a spread on it. It hit 1605, immediately came right back up to 1650. Okay, here we go. That's what I was like. This should be dumping off though. Still back down to that area. So here we go. The short NATO of the day. By the way, if you do remember this last week, ran all the way up to 200. Had a multi-day run. Had some good fun with it on 100 shares on Thursday. Ran back in here at the close of power. I was alerting this like a mother sucker, but today came out with an offering. PR usually is going to kill your ticker. Now we're getting back to those. There for a while, it was really weird. 20 guess could make sense. It was 2020, 2021. It was hotter. You'd see a freaking offering come out, team, and you'd go, why? Why is this still continuing to move up? Or, it would hardly even tank and then would just move back up. And you're like, it's back to above where the offering came out? What is going on? This makes no sense. SPY, though, I did remember this from earlier, too. I had this over in the other line. Look at this. all the way from earlier. To remember, I alerted this dip area. I know Deck, I think it's finally got out. He saw his, I tried to do my best. I'm like, hey, I'm alert for you, boss, when you might want to get out of your trade. From that low bounce area, right? We're still moving up. Had a small trend line crack. Didn't actually get down all the way. I honestly, if you're looking for a put on the SPY, you know, the next best area, because we've seen so much rejection in the upper VWAP band. I'm looking over here to the right, is actually still going down. It's starting to kind of move sideways now, but it's been moving down. Look for a 378 rejection against him. 378. Look for yet another rejection on it. Veru too. Don't forget about Veru. I'm going to take SPX off. I know a lot of traders aren't looking at probably SPX overall, more so just the SPY and the movement of it. Get the old trend line off. No, I just want to delete it. Thinkorswim, thank you though. I will put this support resistance area in because it's been so strong today. So I'm going to put this out of drawing in. What am I doing? Come on, AK. Yeah, imbecile over here. So I'm around that 378 area. We're going to put it in. There we go. So I'm right around that 378 upper VWAP band. That's where I look for the next put to be safe. Again, Veru, if you're looking for a short, right? Looking for the next shelf crack. Looking for the next shelf crack. We had this little shelf right here, about 15.15 crack. Top one up, as you know, as well. So we had a 15.50-ish or so shelf crack. 15.15-ish or so. And now we're working our way back down to the bottom area. 14.45 when we crack it in the VWAP. Look for a move down to 14. This could find its way down about 13.75 or so. So look for that's kind of your lockup zone. Now, does this, again, you're like, well, can this dump back into the 12s, AK? Yeah, it can. Does it? That's the question. If this holds, you know, back to my reversal lessons that I've given and such, I would say somewhere around the 13.25 mark, somewhere around there. If it cracks that, then yes, you're good. It's good to the 12s. But that to me seems like, you know, I'll go a little bit lower, around 13.25. Seems about as low. That's still a little bit a ways away. That's about as low, in my opinion, as you're going to get on Veru today. If you get any, you know, if you get low, it's going to be around the 13.25, 13.35 area. Let's see, Super Buddy. What's the PP? PP in chats. Dex chat. Get upset at your alerts when they are not. I guess because I'm saying I guess because you're saying I'm alerting the opposite. They're like in a trade, and I'm saying, hey, be careful here. This is yeah, I got you. Yeah, exactly. People in Dex chat. Yeah. Hey, I'm just trying to keep. I'm just reading the charting overall is all I'm trying to tell people. That's all I'm doing over here, people. I'm trying to do my job. Yeah, that's what I'm getting paid to do. You know, Dex set me down one day and just read the charting, Josh. That's all I want you to do. Okay. Here's your new job, bub. Besides the bathroom duty at the end of the day, and of course before, you never know who goes in overnight and uses the bathroom, I want you to also wipe down my whiteboards. Yes, I need those wiped down as well. Take the trash out at night and in the morning again. You never know who's to put in the trash. You might get some weird banana overnight, and then that smells gross the next morning in the trash can. Take out the trash, AK. But I also want you to walk your dogs, walk my dogs, do the cats, you know, clean up their poop and stuff. And then I want you to look at more charting. Okay? I'm like, damn, got a lot to do right now. I've got to clean up the bathroom. Still, guys, I'll be right back. I hear someone in there right now. Hey, sir, would you like a mint? No? Okay. Have a good day, sir. Gum? Maybe gum? No? Alrighty. Have a good day, sir. Let's see, Kyle. Hey, AK, have you been trading options lately? Haven't tuned in. I've been trying to a little bit more. I'd say overall, I'll probably still have them on two hands, right? Maybe 10 option trades overall that I've done. Kyle, I'm just reading the charting as best as I can. You know, just trying to read the charting, get comfortable with really the calls that I call out, right? Saying, hey, and alerting stuff like Super Buddy was just talking about, kind of alerting, hey, here, this potentially is what we're going to see here. Like earlier when we pushed over the VWAP and then finally did move to 377 and over 377 to 378. Remember, I was alerting that and saying, hey, here's the better short probably to be had, as I'd be waiting for just a trend line overall to be cracking, or these shelves and VWAP, whatever it might be. You know, that's kind of what I'd be looking for. Overall, we got right to that. Everything kind of happened. What I just, you know, just kind of alerting to traders saying, hey, watch for these areas. And the more I feel comfortable with that, and my trades that I kind of alert work out in my favor, and the more I'm seeing them work out, now I'm alerting even more. That's why I didn't alert to begin the day. I didn't really see any setups that were prime, although I almost alerted that 370. This first fail right here It was after deck got in, then I just noticed this uptrend channel saying this looks like it wants to squeeze back up to the high of day area, at least the open high of day area. That's when I alerted, and it did. Reclaim 377 in the VWAP, and then I'll, just kind of alerting along when I feel comfortable. And the more I do it, I'm gonna get more trades. And I was even talking with Active Trader about that. I love Active Trader, having kind of like an older brother, essentially, kind of in a way, saying, hey, and he was like, hey, remember you say this all the time about what you did to get good. It wasn't like you just jumped into trades, and when you did, remember early on, you weren't successful, right? I'm like, yeah, you're right. I sucked at shares early on. I just jumped in thinking I knew what I was doing. You step back and you paper traded, or you essentially looked at charting all the time. He's like, paper trade if you want to. And I was like, that's exactly what I've been doing. I haven't really been paper trading that much. Thinkorswim, it's good to do, and I have a little bit on Thinkorswim, but I have the basics down. I don't really need paper trade anymore. I just want to really read the charting and then just start taking trades. I know what to do now. I just really am kind of watching the charting overall. Let's see, GCT, I'm in. Let's see at 7:05. What do you think? Team, high watch if you do have shorts on VERU. Damn, hard to borrow. Son of a shit. I was hoping that was easy to borrow. Like, maybe that one's easy to borrow. That's why you are yelling at me. It's like, it's hard to borrow, at least as of now. Telling you, team, this gets underneath this shelf right here in the VWAP. This is a great looking shelf to crack right here. 1440 is looking just money for a short. Let's go back to GCT. Let's see, you're in short at 705. In short at 705. You got to fail here. This would be your stop loss. This has to fail here. To see this first little, and the overall had a small little trend, but that's why I was so worried about the short and wouldn't take it. All these support areas that we have to roll with. That's why I was saying, you got to worry about, and look what it hit. Right off that first support area I was worrying about, 665, 670. Right off of it, back on up. And boom, we need to fail here. It's got to fail at 7. I like that area, 705, really right at your entry price. It actually ends up being a good fail zone. That has to fail, right over 7. And you need this small little shelf and trend line to crack back down. Get a little M shape and get back down to the 665. If you're in at 705, next time it gets down to this area for your boy Uncle AK Vegeta and your brother Saiyan over here, locks them up. I know you're a little bit more ballsy being Vegeta. I'm a little bit more of a disciplined, safe fighter over here. I like, there's a reason why, though, you win. I know you like to go balls to the wall sometimes. It ends up helping you out. But we're going to fight with the stock market, right? It's a little different beast here. We're not always going to win that fight. So we get back down to 665. Let's lock up half, a quarter. I mean, maybe even 2/3 out at this point, just because you just don't know if it fully is going to get through all of these support areas down below. Plus, that's a 40-cent trade. I love you, Doc Savage. Thank you for coming on over, though, baby boy. DWAC holding strong. We do have a few different tickers. We're kind of going back and forth between today. Nothing crazy overall. Yeah, DWAC, trendline crack back on up. This fail zone, though, is working out. Nothing crazy, but this fail zone's working out so far. Remember, right back into it. First fail was decent. 50 cents or so you probably could have gotten out of the short. And if you got to get back under 25, that's when this short right now that's working out, if you're in it or looking to, or looking to enter, it's the $25 area that is trying to hold a support now. When that cracks, you're going to see another nice pullback overall. Look for the first area to lock up anywhere from 2480 to 2450. Not saying you have to, but that's the first and only area to worry about, then down to 24. Kyle, gotcha. Thanks. You're definitely. I appreciate it, Kyle. No, I do my best. I know my wife. Sometime I need you guys. Would y'all be down? And seriously, Kyle and anyone else, honestly, Super Buddy. I'm Trader One, Doc Savage, AR, anyone else, Guy Chimp. I love you, bro. Please don't bring up Ohio State or the Gators. I mean, if y'all want to, throw your football teams out there. I don't care. Anyway. Give me like a testimonial one day. I'm like, oh, I really like how much Josh explains things and how much he actually does talk. I like when he over explains and he circles back around. Would y'all do a testimonial one day so I can give it to my wife? like, see, they like it. They actually appreciate when I go over stuff over and over and over and over. Because we'll be having conversations and she's like, you can just tell she's like frustrated. And I'm like, well, I just want to make sure you got the plan. Like, it's hilarious. The guy Chimp got it. Count on. There we go. Doc Savage. Love it. Cool. Yeah. See, there we go. I love it. We can do that one day. Come on. How about y'all do a little testimonial? I don't care if it's even just, you don't have to show your face. It could just be like voice messages. I gave you my number. I'll just get my number out one day. And I want all y'all to send me a voice message. Please don't make them creepy. At least if you want to make them creepy, put it toward the tail end. So the beginning of it, I know before creeps come in, I got the goods. I just need 5 to 10 seconds of goods and I'm moving on to the next one. I'll listen to creepy retarded stuff later and I'll laugh. DWAC, watch for the $25 crack right here on the shelf, team. Under 25, love it. SPY, nice move back up again to that 378 fail zone. Have we gotten the crack for Veru yet? We have not quite got there on Veru. We're getting close, though. Trader 1, you got me. Awesome. Fayez, you got me, guys. All right, hell. Ali, hell, I love it. Fayez, love it. Run the banks, love you, boss. Love this. Please don't make them creepy, right? Yeah, please don't. Please, if anything up there at the end. I'm gonna tell her I want to be like, hey, there you go, right? That just start off with that, Fayez. Just please start off with that. TiVo, the back to you. I got you, boss. I got you. Tesla and SPY put. I'm telling you right now, besides, I forgot ARQQ because I am watching that as well. ARQQ, new high of day. So ARQQ, new high of day as well, team. So keep ARQQ on watch. That's not over with as well. Let's go back to SPY real quickly, though. SPY for TiVo and Tesla. Right now, I said this earlier, that 378 area, just even looking at my upper VWAP band right here, you can tell, I just don't see this pushing through. So a 378 put contract is what I'd be looking at right now for a move back down to the 9. You get back below the 9 again. Not that it's been great today. It really hasn't. You know, it's really been fluctuating through it. Honestly, there's days it runs a lot better through the 9 or with the 9. Today, it's just really not doing the best job with it. It looks great at times, and sometimes it's not the best. But it's just generally a rule of thumb that I've noticed that usually when you can fully get back below it, you're going to see a nice pullback, right? So we'll see. And today, overall, it's just a chop. So I think you're going to get, say if you take the 378, you're going to get maybe, if you want to hold the 376, maybe again down to it. I don't think we'll get that fail and rejection like we got last time, but I think we'll get another fail here, back below 377.50, back down to the 9, which you can see where my 9 EMA is and where the VWAP's at right there. That's where then you're good to go. Then you're safe and lock up zone. Start locking out some of that how many contracts you get. If you get 3 or 5. For Uncle AK, again, lock up 1. If you got 3, lock up 1. You got 5, lock up 2, right? I just don't think, and I'll go back to Tesla as well, there's just not a lot of movement. There's not a lot of choices to be had there overall today between the two. So Tesla, if it does move back up, which I don't think it's going to, which we'll see maybe it does, back up to the $200 area, watch for this fail zone, right? Fail. SPY, being that most things that are running with the SPY today, and again, that's just kind of what we've noticed. They're just not moving that much in this big wedge. I was going to say the Apple probably looks almost identical in this fail zone, right? So we have this upper fail zone. Any ticker you want to look at that runs with and in the SPY, runs in the SPY generally. This one's not as pretty, but they have a fail zone that we're running back into, and that's what I would look for the short. Overall, Tesla has a pretty decent trend line as well, though, being built up. So watch for everything starting to pull back. See the SPY, Amazon, Apple, whatever it might be that you want to watch with it, or just you don't like watching anything with it. Watch for the trend line crack regardless. This trend line cracked the shelf area right here at 199.10. So the trend line crack down below 199.10, 199.20. That's when you'll get a pullback to 198. You crack 198, you're going down into the 197s for sure. Where would you enter Veru at this point? Veru, what you going to do? ARQQ going on a tear. Just waiting. I'd go 1 minute time frame with Veru. 1 minute time frame, close and open candles below that. I would honestly wait for probably the VWAP as well. Now, I think it's going to happen at the same time. So just anything that closes and opens underneath this 1440-ish mark. We're doing it right now. Like here, I'll just tell you where I'd enter. Here's where, if I'm trading this, here's where I'd start to pull the trigger. You want me to do that? Yuko Allen, you just want me to do that? Guys, I'll be like, here's where I would start pulling the trigger if I was in the trade. Now, get in now. Get in now. You better get in because it's going to keep dumping. Told you. It's like, here it comes. It's going to keep dumping. There you go. So that's kind of like that. I know it's hard to read there, but you got to feel that momentum coming a little bit and then start pulling that trigger before it heads off. And then anything now and below him, because you're going to see, oh, I'm going to buy and try to keep this up. This is not going to stay up. You're still going to close and open below this area. You're money now. You're in the green. This is just going to, I think, in my opinion, you're going to see a nice good fade back into probably again, this little 1410 mark is going to try to hold it up, and then you're going to see somewhere down to say, I wouldn't be surprised after I start looking at the SPY here in a minute to see this back down, in like around the 14-ish area, the low 14s. TiVo says I'll do a testimonial for you too. SPY, there's your pullback for the SPY right here, and there you go. Now you're starting to see the red candle and more pullback. Let's go to ARQQ. I want to keep this up on watch. I want to break this down. So Fayez, anyone else that is interested, I want to start breaking this down. Woo, ARQQ. Here you go. What did I say earlier? Wow, this is hitting it today. I said ARQQ. Remember the team what I said? This has room up to that 875 room, the 200-day moving average, which is above that around the 890 mark. This has room to run overall. ARQQ, this does have some room to run. I will say Veru, because that's and that's the other thing you want to look at, 3 minute time frame. The 3 minutes got to stay below Veru 3-minute time frame. If you're in this, I want to kind of pull this up for traders. Right here, you're already money. You know, it depends on what you want to get into. As I'll tell you with Veru, you've been bearish for quite a while, right? So we've been bearish 100%. That's the one thing you've got to look at with shorting this. I will say that, right? And I think we're still going to crack back. Like I said, I still have a good feeling this is going to be. But look at this overall on a 3 or 5. Know that when we close an open candle, see we did in there on a 3 or 5, right? That's when you're 100% even better. And that's where I'll start averaging in more on these trades that I've noticed later in the day. Like right here, here's a good average up point for ARQQ. If you want to get up top, this is a great point. Right around this 15 or 1455, 1460 mark. For Veru, I'll pull it back up on the big board here for you guys so you can look at it. This is fail zone, right? You're moving right back into a major fail zone. So this is where you would average up on this trade 100%. For the pullback down, now you're just the main thing you need to get under is the VWAP. You know when you close and open under the VWAP, this thing will, honest, like I said, would not be surprised. I'm going to see this at 14 here in the next little bit. All right, any questions you got? I want to go over the SPY, though. I want to go over the SPY. You're good. No, you, Allen, you're still good. You're still good. This thing is just still in bearish mode. Seeing this nice, we haven't seen one. Nice little push back up to the 9 EMA. Again, this is where I would start scaling up for that fell back to the VWAP. Fell back to the VWAP here and get back below that. That's when this becomes just a money trade then overall. Because then, you know, you get a better average scaling up right here toward the top. These are one of those trades where I actually would scale up top for Veru. 100%. Want to break this down though. Fayez, anyone else that's interested? There any day you want to go over. The best time frame in my opinion, 3 and 5 minute. You can be in a 1 for entries for sure, but if you want to actually break down the SPY in my opinion, like I always am trying to break it down for you guys in chat, and I'm reading the charting and I'm reading this and I'm looking for this and looking for this rejection or looking for this fail or whatever it might be. Really the best thing to do is put your lines in and trade. Now there are going to be days where you have some crazy pullbacks, you know, like, you know, there's whippy days where I know some traders, well, I just didn't see this getting all the way down to 370. No, do I say sometimes, and there are some days, I remember there's a 363 day in the past where I'm like, wow, that actually did get to 363. I mean, I said it would, but it really did get there. Wow, that was a big dump, right? So this would be a day where you'd see this area, in my opinion, right? So if we have a trend line crack, or if we have a shelf crack up top, or we enter the Thanos crossover, whatever you want to trade, and you're getting in short. All I'm ever looking at is that I'm coming down into the left, right? So down, VWAP, right? That's it. Maybe the lower VWAP band. And now I'm out to the left, and then immediately I'm just out to the left. Oh, it makes sense. So if we crack, this would be major lockup zone anywhere around the 372 mark, right? 372 is the lockup zone in my opinion. Then I see some lockup zone right here around 370, 340. I see lockup zone right below the VWAP right here at 375. And know that my first area that I want to crack through, depends on if I'm going to trend line crack Thanos crossover, just say I'm somewhere in here, is that I want to crack through this area right here. This old resistance, and it's going to be consolidation, right? So area, you know, it's very few, I would say very few and far between, but it's not as often that you get 5 cents, 10 cents to the penny of where the support resistance is going to be. Right, so it's somewhere in this vicinity, somewhere around 376, possibly 376, 40, 50. But I know below this, right here, somewhere in here, I know, and then look what happens. That's where the dramatic, and I alerted this the other day to you guys. I think I said 376, 70, or whatever the shelf was I alerted. And I said underneath that shelf, it'll start, and it actually was up higher, you know, then more so the bottom, and I alerted that area. Being that, I bet if it cracks this, we'll be under the 9, Thanos crossover, I bet we start really tumbling down. And then it starts hitting your lockup zone. So lock up some here, right? Or lock up some here. You know, it's not, I'm in 10 contracts, I'm holding it down to, say, 372. That's just not what I'm doing or would tell traders to do. Now, maybe you get to a point where you're in bigger contract size, and you can do that. That is not, I would not do that until your account's well over $100,000 and you can just, but you can pretty much be boastful about how much you make, or you get my point. You could say, hey, well, here's what I'm doing. I'm pretty good at it, right? Until then, there's no point to say I'm going to be in this, you know, this whole entire move. And if you are, good job. That's a very big, long move. It lasted, you know, especially you can tell in a 5-minute time frame. That's, you know, probably obviously about an hour's worth of move. Great. If you didn't, it's okay. Lock up, take short. You know, again, always get pieces of the pie along the way, team. I can't tell you how often there's been a time where I'm going, damn, I made money today. I'm pissed. I only made this much. You know how much I worry about that now versus how much I would rather. What's the better one? Again, what's the worst feeling? The worst feeling is losing than going, damn, I made money, but I wish I would have held and let it run longer. Pretty sure losing is way worse than any kind of win. Like, back as cheesy as the cheese as it is, and as old as the cheese that it smelled like, it is a perfect and it is a prime example and a good line at the moment, at least, of when Vin Diesel and Dominic Toretto says, it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or if you win by a quarter mile, and a win is a win. I learned that in sports. I don't care if there'd be games I won, like, I didn't care if the Razorbacks beat Liberty by 1 in the end. I was like, just beat this damn team, right? You know, same with Liberty. They won by 2. You think they care if they won by 2 or 200? They beat us. They won. They got the job done. End of story. Done. Move on to the next one. Do better the next time. That's definitely the point. But you won. And so, there's never been a time, at least that I can recall recently, I'm going, right? No, that's not what I do. I go, man, I made some money. I'm happy. The crying came, or the heartbreak came, or the madness came when I lost, right? And so don't be mad that, say, you took profit at the VWAP and it ran all the way down. You get the next one, then there's the next one, and there's the next one, right? And so that's really just basically what I'm doing, Fayez, reading charting, right? So just say even just today, right? It's very simple stuff. Probably would not trade this early on. Maybe if you want to go for the double top, totally see it. If you want to maybe put this in a 3-minute time frame for the day, you like it early on for this trend line crack, right? But it's really just waiting for and I've noticed, and I will tell you guys this, being in a 5-minute time frame has really seemed to be the best that I've noticed trends overall. And wait for them to build up. Does this not look almost identical? Now, this one's not as high overall as far as the angle, whatever this angle would be. This angle's not as high, right? It's a little bit lower. But you're still finding and seeing that if you give this an hour, hour and a half, almost 2 hours, what can build, right? So now we're building yet another, beautiful BEA beautiful trend line for a shelf to crack, right? So what do? Just wait. If you want, I got to get this price and this fib line. Okay, fine. Do all that madness if you would like. I'm very simple in the way I operate. Very simple. I'm going to make it calculated and as easy as possible and say, no, here's what you do that if you'd like. Here's what I'm about to do. Make it simple on myself, right? So again, 378 tops. We've already hit that. Boom. That would have been short number 1. I'm really now seeing an overall trend maybe being created here that's more than an hour. There's trend line crack number 2. Maybe come in here and see a kind of a support resistance area that I've seen hit quite a bit today, all the way back to here, all the way all day long, right here on the 3. Right now the 9 EMA is there, which is nuts. So maybe a 377.40. Kind of a sandwichy area crack below the 9 EMA. Back to the VWAP, we crack that down to 3. You know what I mean? And we're cracking, and then we crack the trend line at that point. Very simple stuff. Fayez, does any of this make sense? Because I want to make sure that you are seeing this and that I am seeing what you're seeing what I'm seeing, how easy this can honestly be. Thomas, thoughts on Google long term? Let me go back to this real quickly. Google long term. Kind of make it big. Veru, I told you, here we go. That's why I told you to average up. I don't know if you did, Yuko Allen. Looking good so far. Crack that VWAP. Oh, of course, as soon as I say that, I'm just gonna move away from it. I'm gonna look at it. Let's see here though. What do we got? Google long term though. Googs. The Googs. I think any of these long term. Again, whichever one you want to get in. Mine's Amazon. If you want the alphabet, I'm cool with an alphabet. It's gonna see a return back up. Which one do you like the most? If you like Google and you want this back up, take Lowe's, right? Is this just trim, get small shares, get small shares. To me, it should be a long-term play. Now, if you want short-term, I just want this for a move, like, this area back above the, whatever it might be, find your daily moving averages, and I want this back up overnight, say to 96, fine, take your profit. That to me is also a good resistance area for a fail. So next time this hits back up to 96, watch for a good fail and a short opportunity. I see any of these long-term fine. Amazon, Tesla, Google, Apple, whatever, Microsoft, they're gonna the main companies that Deck always talks about, they're gonna find their move back up, right? They're not gonna stay down forever. Let's see, what do we got here? Fayez. Let's see here. Always use 3-minute on SPY. You always do 3. There you go. Okay, you got it. Okay, you got it. Fayez. That makes sense. There anyone else possible? Next, let's see. So next, put entry 377. If you do 377, yeah, right, it could be the first one in the money. So if it would be the 374, I'd be 377, the 377.40 crack. You get underneath 377.40, 3 or 5 minute time frame. You've got to wait for the 1 minute, of course, 100% when it comes to the SPY. That's why I said you have to wait for a 3 or 5 minute, because you get underneath those areas you can see that are being built up. That's when you truly will crack. So that's why I tell a lot of traders, you have to wait. It's a little bit of It's not as precise, in my opinion, but that's why I think a lot of traders, because you don't have to be as precise doing contracts or doing options. It's not, oh, I missed out on, sometimes it's not as major as missing out, because you're still going to get a big chunk of the move, instead of say you don't get filled till, it closes and opens, say at 377.26, and now it's time to get in. Well, it's much better than getting in on this, right? But no, it's not the best entry. You miss some movement, 100%, but you're now getting, again, a piece of the pie. So where else can you make $2 a day in less than 5 minutes? That as much as right now for an... There you go, Doc Savage, exactly. 100%als. There we go, Yuko Allen, right. And the Slugger, yes, exactly, because of the 90. Yeah, that and that little sandwich here that I talked about, right? So almost clipped off right there, Slugger, right? Then you see all this consolidation right through there. So we have close and open of candles, resistance, right? All that consolidation, in my opinion. There's consolidation up top, somewhere in this area, down low, and this is the middle. Even back to here, almost a bounce. Resistance, right? Resistance, close and open candles. Here we go. Going all the way back to pre-market. Even more at this area at 377.40. 377.40, although... maybe to the naked eye, probably not seen to many traders as a support resistance area, but truly is a nice little sandwich area, and then you have the 9 on top of it. So that is, and you can tell, look at that. It's doing its best to hold 377.40. You close and open candles below this. I'm telling you, watch for it, and that's why I'm saying, you got to be careful. But that's fine if it closes and opens finally. Again, that's crazy. It's like right where I said it was. 377.26. You're in at the right price now. You're not jumping in just going, oh, here it goes. Yeah. Oh, shit. No, shit. It's back up. What are you doing? Candlestick confirmation is crucial with the SPY team. GCT slowly cracking the trend line, maybe. Slowly. Let's go back to GCT and a little bit on some of these other plays. ARQQ, have a FI. Oh, building a wedge right here, team. I'm going to alert this over in Dex Lobby in case I'm sure no one over there even cares about. ARQQ alerted room to 875 and watch for squeeze. Go back to GCT. Let's see, GCT, what do we got? Breaking trend line. What kind of trend we got? I got a little bit of shelf right here. I'd say this is the shelf. Yeah, this is really overall. Oh, and who else was in those 5? Vegeta! Was it you, right? Vegeta, you were the one in at 705. Vegeta, are you still in? I told you were so good. Vegeta, did you please tell me, Vegeta. Please tell me, Vegeta. I swear it was you, was it not? Did you lock up some here at 665? Did you do it, Vegeta? What's up, Irk? How we doing, boss? I just saw you come over here. How you doing, Irk? And Fayez, just let me know one last time, does that make sense, kind of the overall, breaking down the SPY and what I'm doing, just as far as when I'm trading it, how I'm trading it, what I'm looking for. I can always break it down even more, days or it moves a little bit more and there's more movement to be broken down, but really essentially overall, it, for the most part, is putting those lines in, finding your support and resistance areas and just trading those. Ark's going for the put. Nice, boss. Makes sense. Yeah, up top. Yeah, for SPX whenever the SPY gets up to 378. Waiting for that one last little squeeze. Maybe Vegeta just went running because his trade went in his direction. He was like, yes! We did it! Yes, that's what I thought it was. Yeah, I went back to make sure Vegeta said about almost 30 minutes ago. Oh, and he said his stop loss was so short with the stop loss. So, yeah, Vegeta, too, I didn't know where he was in. That's the thing, too. He said his stop loss was 705. So, I kind of misread that. His stop loss was 705. I don't know what his entry was there. 705 is a definitely good stop loss. Questions, comments, concerns, anything you want to go over? Fayez, let me know again for sure if you're still around. That makes sense for anyone else. If you have any other lesson related question or stock related question that you want to, if you want to go over something that's that's bugging you or you need a little bit of help with, or what I'm seeing and maybe you're not seeing, just ask me, let me know. I'll go over it 100%. Like this, like you cool Allen, Mr. Allen, we're just waiting for this to close and open below here any minute now. That's why I told you to average up. You cool Allen, you're so cool. You're just so cool, Allen. Hopefully you did go average up. I don't know if you did. Now we close and open below. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Bum. Told you were still good, baby boy. That's why I said this would be one of those trades, team, where I felt comfortable to average up and leading you, kind of trying to lead you through this trade as much as possible as if I was in it. And now lock up some, because if you did have, if you averaged up, my point being, averaged up, lock out. Lock out that first share entry area that you got in, and now your new entry, at least as far as you have it set up like I do, where you get, forgot what exactly the termage and the verbiage is for it, but essentially you scale in first here, and then you scale up top. When you go to sell your first shares to scale out, it will take rid of your first shares you got in. First shares out, I forgot what it's called. Hugo Allen, yay, baby boy. I got you, C-Team. I'm telling you. I got you. You need any help, I'm telling you, with any of these trades, if you're ever in a trade, let me know, and I will do my best as if I'm in the trade and guide you through it. No lie. I will not just say, oh, here's a trade, okay, bye. That's not me. I am 100%. I'm going to do my best, 100%, to lead you through that trade as if I am taking the trade as well. And now, Yuko Allen, you're probably loving life, aren't you, boss? You're just like, yes, this trade's I'm loving. Anyone else take that trade besides Yuko Allen? I know a lot of people are looking at Varu. Anyone else looking at that one? I'm going to go back to ARQQ. Actually, I'm going to put this over here since I'm looking at the SPY. I'm going to go back to this real quickly. Okay, there we go. Okay, ARQQ is down. About to could crack the wedge. Can you give me your opinion on my potential trade? By the way, thanks for your help. Yeah, no, I think you're good. I'm averaging, let's see, I plan on averaging up 378. Yeah, I think you're good. I like it. I said, Irk, I think you're good on that. On that trade with the SPY, I don't think you may not get it though with the SPY. It may not pop up overall. It looks like it's about to close and open finally in that 5-minute time frame as I have it, which I think is crucial in my opinion. In a 5-minute time frame, when it gets below that 3, then it's looking like it's about to finally happen. Close and open candles here. Although this candle I think just started, didn't it? Yeah, it just started, so we've got a while, but it could just start dumping. That's, point being, I'm right there with you. I don't think you get filled up top. You're probably not going to now, but I am right there with you. We're 378. Same thing with SPX at 3780 area or whatever it might be. Same thing. I think it's the same exact spot. You're going to be looking for the same kind of short, boss. I think you're great. And then lock up area on the way back down is going to be anything below 377. If you get below 377 or 3770 on SPX, that's where you need to start taking some profit anywhere into the 376.50-ish area or 370. When you get to 3760, 3,765 at my point for the SPX. Trying to read those both. Know that they're the same thing. You're just adding a zero. Take some profit if you're in. But I like the mentality. Or if that's your mentality and how you're trading, and you're seeing what I'm seeing, and it looks like you're seeing it right. Not that I needed to be telling you. Slugger, let's see, we're going to get the Thanos crossover. I think we're about to. I think the SPY, because I'll just keep it in the 5. I truly feel that's what it looked like. It was already in that downtrend. I'm telling you, I said this early in the day, and I'm wow, and especially I should say 3 hours in from when I alerted it, sticking to my guns 100%. This is channeling up all day, team. I honestly don't know if we'll see below the low of day. I think we literally will be in this very super small channel the rest of the day. If we got 25 minutes, and what I can usually tell, if we haven't shown a difference by the time I'm done with lunch hour commentary, there won't be a change in today's market. Let's see, I took Varu, traded nav. There you go, Varu. There we go. D. Starley making that money, and running the banks making that money. Look at Varu. Remember the Yahoo commercials? Do y'all ever drink those back in the day? Yahoos? Weren't that what they were called? Little chocolate milk things? The Yahoos? Yahoo! Or maybe that was just for the Yahoo commercials. I can't remember, team. It's been too long. It's been too long. You call them best one. Well, I'm not the best shorter of all time. I learned from some of the best. I never thought I'd be a shorter. But learning from some of the best shorters that are out there, oh man, some of these guys kill it. I'm just trying to learn from them and take it to a whole nother level. I wish. Sultan of Shorts, I appreciate it, though. I appreciate it. Let's see, you called it going down to 14. Yeah, here we go. That's what I figured. Here we go. I did. I forgot about that. I said when I get done talking about the SPY, we'd see it in this area. Sometimes I forget the alerts I even alert. I alert so much damn shit sometimes. Rather than have you been getting any of the CVNIA shorts this year? Let's see. What was this one? I don't don't remember if I've shorted this one this year. I don't think I have, honestly. I'm sure there's been some good ones, boss. That's been definitely a hell of a year. Carvana. Oh, I have shorted this. Carvana. Yeah. I've maybe a couple of times. Carvana. And I was like, it does sound familiar. I was thinking it was medical for a minute until I looked up and saw Carvana. I was like, duh, yep, Carvana. Yeah, and I haven't a lot around the banks, but I've gotten a couple of them. Good shorts, though, man. I mean, trend line crack, right? Look at this gorgeous shelf crack right here on down. So just wait for your setup to come to you. Sometimes it'll look a little iffy, maybe like Veru, but stick with your plan that you've created and just stay with the trade. You know, that's pretty much it, you know. The more you watch the charting, the more you're going to understand most likely where these stocks are going to, you know, end up at and what their typical movement will probably be. Trust yourself. Trust that what you've seen, because I promise what you've seen is going to just repeat itself over and over and over and over. And why I'm not surprised again, and I'm not, that this is where the era that I called it would be to. Lock it up if you're in it. Lock it up. Hopefully you got that UQL things. I see the lowest where I can see. There you go. There you go. You're all over it, though. Yep, yeah, I thought those was Yahoo. Used to be in those glass bottles. That's what I thought. Yeah, like most things. Yeah, I remember that. Everything was in glass bottles back in the day. Mess all over the place. Although plastic's not doing so great. Can we not just get plastic that just like disintegrates? You know, could we not have that? Like you know, if it's not used in 6 months, it just disintegrates, or whatever. In a year, it just disintegrates. Let's see, this was the dump I was taking. There you go. There you go. Good job there. Short 14 to 4 next. There you go. It's all right. It's all right, Paula. You're seeing it, though. Shelf crack GCT. We finally cracking GCT. There we go. Finally starting to get cracky here, team. All these shorts, the M shape up top. What do we talk about? Remember, look for the M shape. Back down to 665. Crack the VWAP, which we did. Did see some rejection and, of course, a lot of redness that we have pulled back from 7. So you're going to see a lot of traders try to come in here and try to keep this up. Again, like Veru, do not fret, team. This will probably, and again, like Veru, I would not be surprised if I see this down to 635 here in the next 10, by the time I'm done going live. This should probably be down somewhere in this 635-ish, 630 mark. Yeah, whatever it was there, though. I remember it was something like that. TiVo with Tesla, we had a bearish engulfing candle on the daily, and let's see, big drop in terms of anything the price action Tesla puts in a week. I feel like we have more down. Yeah, I mean, honestly, depends on what happens with what we get over the next couple of days here, and seeing the actual results coming in with election day tomorrow and such. And TiVo, how often I do this? Not too often, but I do it. There you go. That's got to be a big honor, TiVo. You just made the ticker list. Tesla, though, 100%. There's not a lot holding Tesla up at this moment. So, you know, you could start really cracking back down into the, in my opinion, we could see about 190 on Tesla, 100%. I'll give Tesla, this has room down to about 190 after, and especially in the bear flag that we're kind of creating, you know, today, depends on what time frame you're in. We'll get this back into a 5 right now, you know, kind of creating that bear flag. You can tell, pull down, flag out to the right. We cracked this shelf, this little, we're getting tighter and tighter and tighter type moment that we're in, squeeze or sneeze setup. A lot of the time when you see bear flags, we get more sneeze, we get more on the way down. Could see 196 or so, in my opinion, by the end of the day. Fayez, can you also explain the upper and lower VWAP band, how to use them, and when to be looking at per action? Yeah, so the upper and lower bands are, in my opinion, are most importance and most of use when they're moving flat out to the side one another. You know, usually they're going to run together, whether they're going to try to go up or go down. It's when you notice them, and when I like I said, I got in a chat right here, and I noticed them starting to wedge up, converging, right, getting tighter and tighter, which when you start seeing that on a day that we've already channeled out to the right and haven't had much movement, and you're seeing these converge and get tighter and tighter, the upper and lower bands, you're probably going to most likely end that way the rest of the day, right? And so anytime you see these going out sideways, and this comes shooting, flying on down, and I call this out to the dottor list that I promise you, this won't see much lower than 376, maybe a dip into the 375s, and we'll see a bounce. Oh, whammy, all the way back up to high of day at 370, the high of day here at 378. Why? Because of this, I say why, but we're just getting that overall channel movement today. I guarantee you, when I say why, of course, there's a lot of reasons why this bounced back up. I say a lot, but there's a few. Of course, tons of traders had, you know, contracts there, had, you know, of course, shares, to, you know, buys to be put in there, 376, right? You know, whether they're doing shares or contracts, that all got eaten up. Contracts don't really affect this. Of course, that's an option price, but a lot of people, you know, like say stop losses weren't going to get hit here. They're going to not get triggered because there's no stop losses there. Orders to get filled for a bounce were there, essentially. And that's what I've noticed overall. So this wasn't the best examples early because we're going up, down, up, down, up, down. But later in the day, the more you see this move sideways, boss, you can trust that this is a bounce and this is going to be resistance. And they're essentially just going to do this the rest of the day. I mean, they're literally going to smush you into that channel and you're not getting outside of it. We'll have more rangy days. Let's pull back out of it a little bit just so you can see here back to Friday. Come on here. Come on, PC. Yes, I'm not trying to use the bottom thing. It's disappeared for a reason. You're going to get a little more volatile movement. And when you notice that this is moving down, yes, you're going to move off of it, but it isn't a guarantee as to when, right? Because you're shooting this down. This lower VWAP band isn't a flat surface of anymore or at all to take a bounce off of. Immediately on this crackback, you can see this flying down. That's me saying do not bounce, do not take the lower VWAP band, right? So same with this. You know, you'll see some resistance. I would tell a lot of traders be careful in this moment. And I know a lot of traders like Sky Champs, I know one of them was like at the end of the day going, what the hell is going on with the spot? And what is going on, right? I mean, all this crazy movement, manipulation, whatever you want to call it. All the different, you know, what we saw on Friday. We don't really generally, again, see this up, down movement. You get in one area and you stay in that area. You know, I had a feeling this may just continue to fly at this moment. Nope, back down we go. Okay, then back up we go, right? Nice whipsaw action. I just don't take these shorts. I just don't take these longs. You know, you're generally going to find one, but it comes back to, go back to charting. Go back to past chart history, resistance, support. Are you going to, where's the true, and I guarantee you when you did, you go back to about that 370 area, 371. Right below, I should say right below 371. There's a lot of past chart history, resistance, support in that area. So yeah, when you see this moving down, know that at some point you're not going to continue to push and push and push the lower VWAP band. Same with the upper band. You're not going to continue to push it all the way up to the sky. You're going to see a moment of collapse. The main thing is just using them really as a guidance tool. You know, how far do we have to move? How far can we continue to run up? How far can we dive down? And how far can we move down until we see some sort of reversal back up, right? So when you start seeing this move back up and you see this U shape, I would then have said on, say, Friday, and I did, I'm like, this probably is not going to see any lower. And that's what I kept saying on Friday when this was coming down. I was like, this could dip. I'm not, and a lot of traders kind of had this maybe dumping down even more. I'm like, I just don't. I think it maybe dips down to the 368 to 369 mark at most. And this was kind of telling me that finally when it started really U-shaping back up and bottoming out at first. And this 30 minutes here, it was about when I went live on Friday. Somewhere around here is where I went live finally, right about right here. And I could tell, you know, the movement back up. This is now U-shaping. Would not look to go short or any more the rest of the day. Would probably look to go long. Maybe a trend line crack possibly, right, for the short. But at this moment, you can kind of tell this movement in action at the bottom of this chart, much as I've watched it, tells me this is going to reverse back to the top side. And again, if we would have ran back into this, didn't quite get there, but you can already tell we would have done another one of these. We would have smacked this in the head, like would have got Matumbo'd back down. Awesome, Fayez. Anytime y'all want anything, man, like I said, you know, come over if you want those one-on-ones with me. It doesn't have to be a one-on-one. You can just ask me when we're like this. It's a slower day. I will dive into anything, team. Treat this like your my one-on-ones. I know, and there's my website. If you do need an extra one-on-one help, you want to trade live with me, which I do on Tuesdays. I actually trade live tomorrow with the trader. You get my point. Come over. I love helping traders. There's definitely diving more in depth. Like Super, whoever it was mentioned earlier, you know, I talk for an hour. You know, I usually go longer, right? Maybe Friday, but I talk usually over an hour. Or I don't talk for an hour. Usually a lot of it's you talking. The first one, especially me asking you questions, getting to know you and where you've been, where you've gotten to. But I want to help you out as best I can for sure. So if you want one-on-one help, go to my website, primetradinginvestments.com. But again, anytime during lunch hours and it's slower like this, I'm not really generally looking to take a trade. I will do my best, not like this, and but Yuko Allen, who was it? All the names, all you chat members' names are going through my head. Yuko Allen was one of the main ones. I know other traders took it, but he was, hey, I'm in this, and you know, make it aware that you're in this and what's going on, what's in your head, and I will alert it. You know, like, hey, this is worrying me, or this is going on. What should I be looking for, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I got you, right? I will break this down to a T and say, hey, here's what we're looking for. No, you're still good. I would be here. I would be average. You know, this is what I'd be looking for, and then boom, we got your money trade, right? Or it's a question about charting or the upper and lower VWAP band like Fayez asked. Whatever it is, team, treat it like a one-on-one. No lie. Treat these during lunch hours. If it's slower and I'm not trading, like a one-on-one. No, I want you to get the most out of this. Let's see, you got it, T. Let's see here. We playing the 875 real ARQQ. Is it finally pushing up there? It's not there yet, but yes, I would. If you're looking for a short and there's shorts available, Love Chip, this is fail zone. There's no way this is going to run up anymore after that. At this point in the day, it's getting super exhausted. You can already tell it's starting to get exhausted with the volume. So if it does see one quick, and that would be great, super fast pop straight into 875, 885, old resistance plus the 200-day moving average, that is your short. Yeah, Doc Savage. I know Doc. That's the thing. Doc Savage loves using those. And the more you use them too, and they're just like the Bollinger. That's the thing too. A lot of people think they are the Bollinger Bands. They essentially are. I mean, in a way, I wouldn't say they are the same thing, but they're a lot like them. I used to use all different indicators. That was one of them. I just stuck with the upper and lower VWAP band just because it rides with the VWAP instead of having the VWAP with the upper and lower band off and using Bollinger Bands. But they're great. I'm telling you, team. If you don't like them, that's fine. But I know a lot of traders have ended up liking them a lot. Awesome, Irk. Awesome. Yeah, if you can't get an entry, just wait. If your entry doesn't come to you, patience, right? Patience. It pays off to be patient. I mean, I'm telling you, team. One of the best virtues I've learned, it definitely, I may not have it all the time, and fortunately in the real world with my animals or my wife, and I'm like, okay, Josh, relax. I'm like, well, you know what I mean? I like yell or something at the dogs. I'm like, okay, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have yelled. You're good. You guys, you're fine. Because it's the thing too, you yell at one, all of them are like, what? Dad's yelling. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to yell. You're good. Patience. Woosah, serenity now. Woosah, serenity. Serenity now. Let's see, Doc Savage is the one I want to think of. I appreciate it, Doc Savage. I haven't seen that pretty face of yours in a long time. Docster, I know you've been super busy, though. Geek Bomb, love you. Appreciate it. Shorting pennies are fun. I miss what exactly. That's what, yeah, you quote Alan. When it gets hotter again, shorting these penny stocks are just going to be great. God, I love shorting penny stocks. I love Chip. Already located shares. Look at you, baby boy. Even if I hit tonight's lotto number, I will still visit. Doc Savage. Doc Savage, here's the rule, too. I'm not kidding you. Any of us in it, you're definitely getting it from me. Any of us win the lotto. Any of us, team. I forgot to tell my wife to get extra tickets. Hold on here. She's out and about doing some things real quick. Let me tell the wife. All right. Super Buddy, I saw you. There's nothing too. I'll give my number out. You can text me anytime you want. I saw Super Buddy just text me a little bit ago. Super Buddy, I'll get back to you. But it's Doc Savage, a deal. Whoever wins the lotto tonight, and I have a feeling like someone in chat's going to win it. I do. We have good odds. I feel it. The odds are in our favor. Everyone will then be sent out $100. So say if I win it, every one of you in chat, I need your email for PayPal, your Venmo, whatever it might be. I'm sending you $100. Everyone gets $100. And after I get the math done right, I might even send. No, I can't do that. I might even send 1,000. I might even send 1,000 a piece. I might go 1K a piece. How's that? 1K to 2K members. I don't have any. Everyone in here is getting one. That's the deal. If you're in my lobby and I know who's in my lobby, you're getting a K. Everyone in Deck's lobby gets $100. Everyone that's in this lobby, now you guys are getting the 1K. All right, that's the deal. 1K this lobby. Everyone else in Deck's lobbies gets, anyone else, Cushes, whoever else. I'll get you a hundo. But you show the love over here, you get 1K. Do you remove pre-market VWAP? Let's see here. No, I keep mine. Slugger, I have mine going all day. So my VWAP just runs from the initial charting. So my VWAP just starts, all the way back from pre-market. I love pre-market. I leave it on. Let's see. Darn, go back. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see here. What? Let's see. Short entry real quickly up top. Everyone's like, yes. Hopefully Josh wins a porterhouse. Man, you want me to cook a steak tonight, huh? I love a porterhouse steak. Those are great. What entry for a short SPY? The SPY entry up top, in my opinion, if you get one last little pop, is going to be at 378. Erk's looking for the same thing. Somewhere around this 378 mark for your short entry for the contract. For the 378 contract. Of course, you get a little bit better price if this pops up to it for your actual contract that you're trading. Or in my opinion, the next real safe area is under 377. I am on it. We still have not. And if you want to do this, I'd go 5-minute time frame. We still have not closed and open candles under 377.40 in a 5-minute time frame. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh girl, you can see this shelf being built in at 377.40. I think we all can now. When we close and open candles underneath that in the VWAP and 377, that is going to be your next good short opportunity, porterhouse. Super Buddy, no rush. Let's see, 100 Slugger, 100K. That's why 100K. Yeah, what's 100K? That's something. It'll just be traders in this chat. So even if it's just 200 traders, What about some smoked briskets? Run on the bank's done. I'll even do that. I will hold the next Tradecaster seminar myself. I'll actually do it for debt. Tickets will be even cheaper this year. I'll even do that for next year. It'll be bigger, better. I'll have smokers out there. I'll be smoking meat, you know. I'll have all Trader will have a little smoke-off session. Traders out there doing a little cook-off. We'll have that on, we'll have a chili. Let's see, chili. We'll call it the Ordinary Average Guy Chili and Barbecue Cook-Off. Boom! Boom, boom, boom! How about that one? You know, we'll have one of those too. You know, all of us out there cooking and smoking, making some chili. I feel bad for those restrooms at the end of the night and the next morning. They'll probably be heavily alcohol-related with chili, and then of course you have some barbecue in there. Man, I feel bad for. I get the weekend off. Luckily, Dex says and of course I'm paying for it. There'll be no more bathroom duties for me after I win this lotto. You guys got it. You know what's gonna happen. Yeah, brisket, tons of ribs. Let's do it. I think everyone's down for that. So someone record that 1K, dude. BKU, if I win the lotto tonight, you think I'm lying? I'll give all of you in chat 2K apiece. Everyone in chat, everyone gets 2K. Okay, I'm getting a little overboard. If I essentially become a billionaire overnight, you better believe it. I'm gonna be down $1 million before I can even spend it. But that's just giving it away. That literally I'll wait till it gets in. But I'm not kidding you. That's all mine. That's where half of my money will go. I'll be giving it away to people that need it. Not just these people that come up and asking for money. Does it come with Sweet Baby Ray's? No, 3 blessed Sweet Baby Ray's. I'll accept it because I like Sweet Baby Ray's. I make some barbecue sauce that puts Sweet Baby Ray's. It tastes like Dudley Dude's poo. I don't know, but it doesn't taste like Sweet Baby Ray's anymore. You're like, damn, this tastes like Dudley Dude's poo. I want AK's barbecue sauce. That's where the money's at. Yummy. I don't want no Dudley Dude poo no more. Fayez, if you win, no, I will not quit trading. I even said it to my wife. I was like, then I can open up a $5 to $10 million trading account. I don't know what the hell I'll be doing with that size of account. I'd probably only do like $1 million account. Damn, I'm still going, what in the hell am I going to be doing with that size of account? But boy, here we go. Let's do it. No, I will never stop trading. I'll make trade count. You keep me real. I'm going to pay for the next seminar. Brisket for everybody. Let's see. What about 1K free? There we go. 1K free session. That's it. That's it too. I'm in both. Let's see. There we go. I'm in both. R-Dub. He's like, I get 1,100. Hell yeah. I love you guys. Let's see what else we got. Dollar bills, y'all. You know it. Let's see. Irk, I like it. Let's see. Cook off. I'm in. Chef. All right. Love it. Yes. Run on the banks. Loves it. D-Starly tax free. Hell yeah. It's tax free. I ain't taxing you guys. I mean, literally, I'm gonna send you 100,000. I mean, whatever I said. 1K. Y'all recorded it, right? Let's hold out for 10K. You guys are like, now all of a sudden you're like making deals with me. Like, no, we want 10K. 10K. Take it or leave it, AK. I'm leaving your lobby. I'm like, damn. These guys are going to blackmail me. They're going to leave my lobby if I don't give them 10K a piece. What the fuck? Damn it. 7K? My favorite number. Go 7K? Everyone's like, I'm leaving if you don't give me 7K. I want at least 7K or we're leaving your lobby. All right, any question, comments, concerns about any actual stocks? Now you know the deal. You're all getting 1.7K. How about that? Is that good? Let's see. You should do a medium account challenge for us and fund all over. There we go. I like it, BKU. All right. We could do that. 1 million of long-term investments. There you go. I love it. Definitely. Oh, my man. Yuko Allen. I didn't think about that. Guys, imagine that. You could probably make it. Yeah, Slugger. If we do, I'm definitely going to have two accounts set up. But one is already set up, and I'm just going to add more funds to it and just buy the hell. I'll have like 100,000 shares of Amazon. I mean, literally. I mean, I'm going to get as many shares as I can. And then secondly, I might get 100,000 shares. And then secondly, the second thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to have a secondary account that I'm going to just do like, say, $50,000 worth, 100,000, maybe $1 million. I'll put $1 million in. What the hell? If I put $1 million in, I'm going to put another $1 million to Amazon. And we're going to call that the Tradecaster, not money jar, but I don't want to go money jar. Let's see here. Something about, essentially, if whoever took the biggest loss of the day, you gotta, let's not make this an actual, like, a goal. You show me your P&L on its actual real account, I send you the money to fund it back. Someone takes a 7K loss, I have this Amazon account just making money. It's churning up. It's got like 4 million in it now, 5 million. It just grows and grows and grows. Oh, shit. Who took a big loss? Oh, man. Fayez, guys. 4K loss today. Cha-ching! There you go, Fayez. Hope that 4K helps you out a little bit there. How about that? Is that a little better? We'll do that then instead. We'll have the Tradecaster like money jar. Only I can touch it. Don't go over there and try to touch my jaw. Ah, get off! Get your hands off, R-Dub! Hey! Super buddy! Groot, watch them. Groot, if any of them come close, get you a Scooby snack. Any of them come close. No. Let's see here. You should try charitable write-off. Let's see. You should, use. You know that. I'm definitely be doing a lot of the charitable write-off. I love it though, Nate, for sure. Well, besides this one, but get my point. It's literally your real name, AK47. 47. It's literally your real name. I kind of like it, but no. My real name is Josh Smith. Someone wants to know my real name is Josh Smith. Yeah, Run on the Bank's good either, boss. Spy is the other one. Spy is getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and might see another push at around 378.20ish or so. ARQQ. Let's go back to ARQQ. And the same thing, we're getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and we're toward the top of the chart. Watch for a squeeze and a pop toward the high of day area, which would be new 875, new high of day, which would be 875. Fayez, I'm about to take a loss. That's so funny, about to take a loss. I love it. Fayez, which one, Fayez? What are you in, Fayez, honestly? What are you in? Varu, though, team. Hopefully everyone locked up most of their shares on Varu. Did everyone make some profit on Varu? If you did make profit on Varu, throw that over in profits chat, or right now, just let me know. Who made some profit? Who made some profit? Who made it? Excuse me. Little cough trying to come up here. I'm getting too amped up today overall, team. Getting scratchy in the throat over here. How low will GCT go? GCT. Oh, trend line crack. Oh, I hope Vegeta's still in this one. I think we already talked about this and said, hey, under the VWAP, I said don't fret, just like Varu, right? But I would say 630 to 640-ish or so. We already kind of clipped it. I think, and I've said this before, we'll get that traditional close and open candles R-dub to say the 635. We'll get something into the 630s. Not like a, whoop, 630 and then we're back up. As in we'll close and open at 637. We'll close and then we're at 630. And then, you'll have a nice true opportunity like this earlier, essentially like this, to get out. And I think that's about as low as we probably get. Now, I'm not saying it's not the super, super low. I'll give you somewhere close to 6. Kind of like with Varu, where it got down to 14 and just below. I could see this to somehow, at most, to 585-ish area. Somewhere around there for GCT. Got that, R-dub. Hands off the jar. R-dub, you haven't lost yet. Hands off the, come on. No, I was kidding. Let's see. There we go, Fayez. You better be green if you're over here. Here you go. Here's Spy. Here's that move up for the Spy. And those that want to getting filled there. DWAC. I want to keep DWAC on watch too. I think Varu is done for the day. I got that shorted for you guys. I will keep DWAC on watch. That is now running into the new high of day. And I had a feeling DWAC again, if we get over 25, we kind of back and forth over it. And now we're truly holding and pushing through it here. He made some money on Varu, but I'm still in tune. There you go, D. Sarley. I just love it. See, yes, I've said this. Vegeta, I was wondering. I didn't know if you're still in, baby boy. I was talking about you earlier. I was like, Vegeta, is he still in? I didn't know what your average was. See, Vegeta, told you we're good. That 705 mark. GCT, looking money. Lock up some. Vegeta, I'm not kidding you if you want to, man. I would, if it was me and we were in a trade together, I would say lock up half. I would say if you're in 700, lock up 350. Now, that's just me. That way, if you do get the dump back down, then you can lock up, say, at that 350, lock up, say, 150-ish here, or whatever, and you get my point. And then if you want to scale out, just say that way you have 400 left. Scale out 300 now. So you're out 300 in the 640 area. That way you can then go 200 and 200 on the way down. I would just say scale out. You never know when this could break this downtrend, squeeze back up to the VWAP, and then then it may get back over, and then you're at your entry again. Just take some profit for Uncle AK. I don't care if I'm outbought. I'll take all of it. No. You're good though, man. Hey, you took profit. I wasn't trying to scare you. But I got it. You're good. There you go. It's all right. I like it, Vegeta. There you go. Wow, man, you turning into Gohan over there, Goku. My gosh, you're turning into one of me. You scare me. I don't scare you. I love you guys. I guess because you guys like. It's just like, because I just see things, I'm like, oh shit, he's saying downtrend break, it's going to happen now. I'm like, it's not going to happen every single time just because I alert something. I think that happened to Yuko Allen on Friday with Amazon, right? Yuko Allen, me and someone else both alerted to inverse head and shoulders. And you got out, and I was like, I'm just saying it could happen, and then end up tumbling down even more. It's all good. I'm glad, I love you guys. Yeah, Pia and Bruce, 100%. Bruce with it. Bruce with it. DWAC has its little brother that runs with it. His little brother Bilo, and his name is PHUN. He likes to have a little fun. But B-Low, this would be the little B-Low of DWAC. So DWAC, if you do ever see DWAC really start going parabolic, PHUN will see some good movement, and I like to play and have some fun with fun. Do you think DWAC drops tomorrow, or is it a multi-day? BKU, let me tell you something right now. Because to me, it all comes back down to Trump-Anito. And if Trump does run for he said, at least announces he's going to run for president in 2024, I think this is a multi-day runner, and we could honestly, maybe depends on what the elections and we get. We see some red, see some Republicans, essentially getting voted in, and a little less blue, and less Democrats being voted. I honestly, if this gets over 32, which we could say a multi-day run, this runs at 32 or 35 tomorrow. This gets over that, and then 40, we could see a $20, $30, $40 day out of DWAC. Do not count that out. We just saw that out of Hootie Hoo and the Bloaty Fish. And the Bloaty Fish. Hootie Hoo and the Bloaty Fish. The Hootie and the Bloat Fish. I like that one. Hootie Hoo and the Bloaty Fish. There's a new one, Tim Z, Skychin, anyone else that keeps track of all the stupid stuff I say. I could see a big run out of DWAC, honestly, if this holds up, and then he does announce he's going to run for president in 2024. We get some red voted in. Could see this have a massive run one day. Soft Vegeta, that's all right, Vegeta. Hey, Vegeta, a dub's a dub. I was up 300 then. There you go. So I'm up against. So yeah, exactly. Was up 3. There you go. That's exactly. Love it. Watching ARQQ like a hawk. Love it. Love Chip. Any last questions, comments, concerns? Very nice. Here's my brother Bilo. He comes around. He does a little cha-cha dance. And he goes, oh, hey, brother Bilo. Very nice. He talks like sometimes to my friend. See, all of a sudden it just really changed there. I like it right at the very end. I'm like, where'd this accent go to? I need to go see a voice actor. Because I'm good, but then all of a sudden, next thing you know, I'm just talking like Jim Carrey. Like, hold on, what movie you in now? Where are you going here? Like, won't you scare me too? I got like, oh, hilarious. Let's see, just out of the nick of time when you started alerting the short. Awesome, I love it. Geek Bomb. Hopefully, though, you got some good some money though out of a room. Would you consider that a rejection or short op? Yeah, I think anywhere in this area, I just don't see the SPY continuing to race. Honestly, the high of day areas where I think it gets clipped right now and we see a pullback, this upper VWAP band just isn't moving. It's still straight to the freaking side, which is nuts to see in a 5-minute time frame. PD don't. So I would imagine this falls back below this upper VWAP band here. In this candle right now, we're in a 5-minute time frame. We just started it. Honestly, we literally just started it 30 seconds ago. I think we pull back in this and come back down to the 378 area. Unless that band starts moving up, which it looks like it just does not want to move up. So it looks like it wants to reject here. I would call this a rejection area. I love Brother Bilo. Very nice. All right, team. Any last questions or comments and concerns? A great success. One last time, here is my Prime Trading Investment. There is my website. If you need any one-on-ones, you want to come over and you want to vent, and you just want to bitch and complain and just kind of get all that grossness out because you've just been sucking recently and you just want to go over your losses. You got to get it out. That's why I'm doing this, because when I was around, I wanted someone to talk to you. I can't go bitch to my wife about losing. That's for damn sure. That just wasn't a thing. And then, of course, even if I talked to her about it, it was so funny. Like the other day, I'm like, all right, I'm done with you. Like she was like, looked at me like, like, damn, that sucks. But I was kidding. I was like, okay, no more work. I never talk. And I was like, got serious. Like, I never talked to you about my blah, blah, it was so funny. And I was like, so just never bring it up. I'm done with your job. She was looking at me like, what happened? Like, I'm like, I'm just kidding. but if you want to come over and appoint me, that's what I'm here for. There was nothing like that when I first started trading. Traders wanted to pretty much have you come over on a Saturday and have you pay $200, $300, $400 for a multi-hour class where they were just essentially gonna go through shit and go over the same stuff that they teach. Here's what a VWAP is, and this. I want to learn how to trade and what your thought process is and ask you questions and what you're going through. And I want to get to know. No, I don't want to I'm just like another student. And you're like, okay, you signed up for my class and here we go. All right, A to Z. Here we go. Open your books to page 2, team. Page 1's the table of contents. Open to page 2. Yes, at the top, you're going to see, that's right, support and resistance. We're going to start out today with support and resistance, okay? All right. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. That's just, I'm going to get to know you. I want you to talk to me, vent to me, open up. I need to get to know you. Let's go. Like, I want to check your support and resistance, your charting, see if you're seeing what you should be seeing. Just so many things that you can do in an hour on a Zoom call. It's priceless. Done with the one-on-one couple of appreciated D-Star. Like I said, you're done with them. Like, you're done with those one-on-ones. I hate this kid. Everyone could use a trading therapist. Exactly. I got my highlighter ready. Awesome, exactly. They trade exactly right. Got the highlighter. I remember those back in the day. I had like 3 of them. I'd use it like at the end of the year, and even when I finally really started right about something, being truthful, going to school and actually participating in college. High school was a breeze, right? But college at first, I just didn't want to go. Anyway, when I got to going, it was funny though. At the end of the year, I'd be like, I never even use these highlighters. Like, why do I get them? I was never a highlighter kind of person. Yeah, be right. Old school, love the old school movies. Get ready for the panel. Exactly. Extra Trader, he knows about the PB. All right, team. Last questions, comments, concerns. There's my website. There's of course, my Instagram. I did text deck this weekend. And I have to log in, so we're gonna do that sometime when it's slow this week. He was just busy again this weekend. I have to log in. He has to change that password up. But I want to get my videos in the video library. If you want any help from me, essentially what I teach it in chat, what I'm going to be teaching or kind of show you in sessions, or at least helping you in session, just to kind of the basics. Click on that YouTube link that you just see. If you scroll up and go to YouTube, click on the videos tab. He's got recently uploaded. He got popular. I need to get some more stuff uploaded. I really, truly do. I've got a lot of things that I want to upload, but whether it's trades that I've called out in live trades with me recently, interviews with top traders across the board, whether in chat or out of chat, crypto to coin investment. You're talking candlestick confirmation, reversal, short selling. I love my short selling boot camp that I did earlier this year. AK47's coming soon again, baby. We got AK47 coming up again. But stock trading, I love these recaps where I go over and show you the trades that I took in chat, why I took them, and why I was alerting them to you. But go over to my YouTube link. That is my video library. Creating and sticking to your targets, creating the plan, flag, and wedge U-shaped breakouts, maximizing profit. More recaps, finding and creating the trend line, stock trading 101. Fighting, creating trend lines, down trend lines. They're 2 different videos, but they're essentially the same, but helping you out. There's back-to-back, really 3 in a row. Finding support and resistance, stock trading 101. And then there's how to read past chart history. You go watch those 4 right there. You're gonna know what I'm looking at on a daily basis and how to essentially break down charting and what you need to be looking for. Lots of lessons, lots of recaps, lots of live trades, lots of interviews. Go over there, team, and get your YouTube knowledge on. Oh, yeah, you ARQQ, unfortunately. Yeah, the only good trend line crack, too. You got a little shelf crack right there. ARQQ. There you go, real quickly. The little trend line right there. I don't know if Love Chip, if you did get the trend line crack. And then I'd say Love Chip under 770. This dumps down to the VWAP-ish area. DWAC. Any last questions you guys have? Questions, comments, concerns? I love you guys. Have a good rest of the day. I will have my lobby up tomorrow because I do have live trading sessions tomorrow. So I'll have my live Dex lobby. Since I'll have my lobby up, I'll put them in Dex as well. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer those as best as I can while I'm in those one-on-one sessions. Otherwise, team, again, go over and book. That's over at primetradinginvestments.com. Love trading live with you as well. So whatever you want to do over on, on Prime Trading Investments, SPY is popping. Let's see, SPY last thing, let's see. Honestly, still with this upper VWAP band moving out sideways, I did get exactly what I called. I called this out earlier. Now, it didn't completely collapse, but I literally just said this. I said in this 5-minute time frame, I bet we see a pullback to 378. All resistance in pre-market. I'm just not seeing a lot of movement from this upper and lower band really to say we're going to see some dramatic, crazy spiking. I just don't think we'll see 380 today is my point. The only way we'll see 380 is if we come back down and bounce off 378 and see a pretty good sized bounce. I don't think it just won't be a straight spike to it, in my opinion. We need to come down, relax for a minute, consolidate at 378, hold this 9 EMA, which we've been holding this whole entire move up now. Then you're going to see a move up. Otherwise, if we crack back below 378, exactly what I figured we'd get. Just a channel-y type day. Small little pop here toward the end of the day. Now, being it is what it is, and we're getting close to the end of the day here, we have an hour 45 left. That's why I could see maybe we like to continue to run where we start most days. Friday was a little different. So maybe we do hold 378 and see us pop to, say, 380. But again, I still see that maybe as the high. I just don't see a lot of movement today overall in the spot, if that makes sense. Slugger, you got it. Renard, have a good afternoon yourself, my friend. RW2, Ali, Slugger, RW, Renard, D. Sarley, BKU, Active Trader, Be Right, Nate Trades, Lan M, you're landing on me, TiVo, Ali, Geek Bomb, Vegeta, Super Buddy, anyone else? Gaviles, Bruce, let Bruce hit it. Melissa, see you typing in. Anyone else? Chef Boy, Irk. Guys, have a good rest of your day. See, run on the banks. I'm trying to make sure I get everyone I always love. 3 blessed if you're around. Don't forget, if I win, first off, if I win tonight, whoever I got sessions with tomorrow, I'm sorry, I'm going to cancel those right now. I'll let you know for sure. Maybe if I don't freak out and faint. Chef Boy, Fias, 3 Blessed. But other than AR trades, other than that, we're going back to the lotto. But then I will come in tomorrow and let everyone know I did win. I'll show my ticket and let everyone in Dex lobby. Like, hey, all you guys over here, you guys get 100. Too bad you weren't in my lobby yesterday. You be getting 1,000. They're going to be hating life, but that's what they get for not being over here. Sniz, thank you for coming over. Porterhouse, too. I forgot about you earlier, baby. That steak. Man, I used to have the most amazing porterhouse. My dad would get them from, call his guy's name's Kent Berry. We called him the meat man on the radio. Man, some of the best porterhouse steaks I've ever had in my life. So big, so juicy, so tasty. Renard, Cali Kid, that's right, 1,000. Hey, you're over here, you're easily getting 1,000. Don't even worry. Yeah, come, give me the dollars. You're like, come to Papa. And then tomorrow y'all are going to be like this. $1 million, AK? I'm like, no, I just want 1 billion. And you ain't getting but 1,000. So here, that's good though, right? Team, have a good rest of your day. Lost boys, lost girls. I will see you all back here tomorrow morning. Have my live stream up. Live trades with traders. Come over to Prime Trading Investments if you want that. My alerts in the lobby. We'll go live for lunch. Wednesday, like I said, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. What I'm going to try to do moving forward, Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays are going to be my days to have my lobby up and live for you guys and trade live with you. See you all back here tomorrow morning, team. Until then, lost boys, lost girls, let's get it. And 3, 2, 1. Spy trying to do some, hey, Spy trying here. You know, maybe AK get me wrong for once today. I mean, look at this. I just didn't think it would do the straight move up to 3. Exactly what I said it would not. Look, exactly what I did not think it would do. I'll see you back here tomorrow, team. Have a good rest of your day. I would say at some point, though, 100%, that this is going to see a pullback. And what I would do is put that trend line in right here, team. And when you crack the trend line, get back underneath the 9 EMA, that is your put, 100%. Until then, team, see you all back here tomorrow.
I go out and just come back and circle again. You were fad, that means it's something that we already had. But once you're gone, you don't come back. Too bad you're off the map now. Radar can't even find you. We stay on the grind, you slip, we outgrind you. You walk around mad, you let your anger blind you. We walk around just playing the violin behind you. Enough with all the pissing and moaning, whining and bitching. Sitting and learn, listen and learn if you pay attention. Why 10 more platinum albums later, 3 diamond worldwide. We're on the charts with a bullet and shit. Hardcore, do you want more? Cook and roll with the Brooklyn Boys. One last time, I need y'all to roll. Yeah. Now what the hell are you waiting for? After me, there should be no more. So for one last time, nigga, make some noise. So all my people on the left, all my people on the right, scream one last time. When Dr. Dre says crunk, you will get it crunk. Get it crunk, 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 crunk. And when 50 Cent says jump, you get a 1 foot and jump, 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 jump. Tremendous, we drop you on the census. I don't gotta promote it, for you to know that Doc is off the benches. We keep the party rocking off the hinges. We ain't showing off, what's going on, popular consensus. But Craig says Doc is soft, Doc is tall, Doc is all washed up. Knock it off, who the fuck is Doc impressing? Doc is this, Doc is that, you got the wrong impression. You must be on the cock of Doc, Doc left you all guessing. So DJ, take the needle and just drop it on the record. What? We gon' have this motherfucker hopping in a second. That's why we always aim the best cut last, to make you scratch your niche full like fresh cut grass. We done swam with the sharks, wrestled with alligators. Spoke to a generation of angry teenagers whom if it wasn't for rap, the bridge the gap may be raised to be racist. Who may have never got to see our faces. Wake the cover of Rolling Stone pages. Broke down barriers of language and races. Just call on the AK47 and leave it to me and Trey. And pass the mic and we can play the back and forth all day like a hot potato game. That's why we cater. We came here to set this party off right. Let's bounce tonight. Now what the hell are you waiting for? After me, there should be no more. So for one last time, nigga, make some noise. I've become so numb. So for one last time, I need y'all to roll. One last time, I need y'all to roll. Every step that I take is another mistake to you. how we do. We make the club jump everywhere we go. It's no secret, everybody know. When Dre's involved, there's plenty money involved and plenty honeys involved. It's sunny Sundays and palm trees, Cali. Every day's just another party from the valleys all the way to the 8 Mile alleys. Let's rally, hands up like grand finale. Now Ray's about to see, Dre's about to speak, Blaze about to read, the days about the week. You can catch me in the studio banging out the beats to provide you with the heat to keep blazing out the speaker. So never say never, cause Shady at the man together along with your unique records presents the return of the knock. No one can do it better. We tear the club up and leave it, not a shred of evidence. And I'm encore. Do you want more? Don't get raw with the Brooklyn boys. So for one last time, I need y'all to roar.
I've become so numb.
So for one last time, I need y'all to roar. One last time, I need y'all to roar.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy?
All the hoes jacking, beats steady knocking. Middle of the stage, got the whole club rocking. Nigga, you can hate, but your bitch steady watching. Bitch, you can't do it on the dick, she popping. We bottle popping, you cock blocking. Told the girl you rap, but your CD flopping. Say you getting money, man, we ain't seen nothing. Your girl is persistent, she ain't stopping. Man, she said she want a hood nigga. I keep the perk by the pound. The truck stay bunking, y'all know we run the town. Hood nigga. And I keep a bad bitch around. Big bitch, long hair, yellow, white, red, brown. Hood nigga. And my Chevy sit on 24, flats do jerk. And I don't need a scale for the work. I can eyeball perk. I am not too jerk.
Money, hoes, and clothes. Blood smoke coming out the nose is all a nigga knows. Flipping on foes, putting tags on toes. Watching the stash grow, watching the cash flow. The neighborhood grave digger, getting paid so much, all the bitches wanna see a nigga. I guess they figure I'm paid, I wanna get laid. Or since I got loot, I wanna knock boots. I'd rather beat my dick than trick. And if she don't suck, then we don't fuck. I'd rather make a buck, drive a fat ass truck. Grab the 9-2 clips and run 'em up. Yes, flex after 2 or 3 bets as I wreck shit. What the fuck you expecting? A fly guy? Well fuck it, I'm the high guy. From Bed-Stuy, putting the swelling on your eye. And your nose even. When I choke you, you stop breathing. And when Jake come, I'm leaving.
Can't knock the hustle. Can't knock the hustle. Can't knock the hustle. Yeah. Let's take them back. Either to love it, the underdogs on top. And I'm gon' shine, homie, until my heart stop. Go ahead, envy me. I'm Raps MVP, and I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me. Either to love it, the underdogs on top. And I'm gon' shine, homie, until my heart stop. Go ahead, envy me. I'm Raps MVP, and I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me. Growing up, I was confused, my mama kissing the girl. Confusing the girls coming up in the cold world. Daddy ain't around, probably out committing felonies. My favorite rapper used to sing, check out my melody. I wanna live good, so shit, I sell dope for a 4-finger ring. One of them gold ropes. Nana told me if I pass, I get a sheepskin coat. If I can move a few packs, I get the hat. Now that'd be dope. Tossed and turned in my sleep that night. Woke up the next morning, niggas that stole my bike. Different day, same shit, ain't nothing good. In the hood, I run away from this bitch and never come back if I could. Either to love it, the underdogs on top. And I'm gon' shine, homie, until my heart stop. Go ahead, envy me. I'm Raps MVP, and I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me. Either to love it, the underdogs on top. And I'm gon' shine, homie, until my heart stop. Go ahead, envy me. I'm Raps MVP, and I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me.
Don't try to act like you don't know who we be, neither. We in the club all the time, so pop off. Shady Aftermath.
It starts with a word. Tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself of a time when in spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property, remembering all the times you fought with me, I'm surprised it got so things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me. You kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I
tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even